sarcophagi, and you got into a bit of a fight, bit of a scrape. Your friend, Osmosis Jones, the man who likes to spread eggs across his body and take in protein via the form of osmosis. He broke his leg, and Garrett tried to fix it, but he rolled 2 nat 1s in a row. It didn't go too well for Osmosis.
Which I now realize completely forgot halfling.
You're halfling lucky, yeah. Oh dear. It's
slipped my mind.
It's 2 episodes later that you remember. Alas, for Osmosis. Osmosis got winched out again. He wasn't able to make it any further, but he did leave a present in the form of Zeggburt, the chicken, who can lay eggs on command. Very importantly for Rocco, who was played by Claude, who can't be here tonight. But Rocco will still be with us. I'll roleplay Rocco and Zeggburt. And I say Zeggburt because Zeggburt was killed by a giant mummy creature like they fought last time. This is one of the cool boss encounters from Domes of Ishaq-Zahur. Kind of 2-stage mummy. They got it down to 0. It came back up again. A bunch of scarabs came from its mouth. They had to defeat it in a very narrow fight, and they did manage to do it. And it just in the end, with the help of Zeggburt, of course, who was killed by the mummy but came back alive. Did anyone make me a Zeggburt token? If not, then I'll make one on the fly. I'll reveal it in a bit. If I can find a better cock for you guys, then of course I will. We could use... I've got a plan for that. So, yes, you defeated the mummy, you had to search around, you got some loot, including a cursed axe, which Gideon has. So he doesn't know it's cursed. You guys decided that it was, sneaky devils. And so he's got an axe which is slowly turning Gideon evil. So we'll see how that works out soon. But you continued on down to the next tunnel, which is the tunnel we see off just to the left here on the map, and which had a kind of closing chute trap, which kind of closed in like the compactor in Star Wars, and to crush you guys. Kind of slowly, you managed to just let it go, you saw it in advance, you opened it back up again, pulled a lever, and it opened up into this next room. In this next room, we had a very puzzling puzzle, in which there was, they had to figure out something to do with these suns. There's 4 mosaics, there's a sun and a moon on one side, there's 6 verses of a riddle. They tried to figure it out. They opened up one of the doors, and there was a kind of emerald mosaic skeleton creature inside fighting them. And, they managed to defeat it. In fact, Gideon took it down in one fell swoop of his new axe. But, dear God, PJ. The puns this week. You took it down. You had a look at the... In fact, Garrett found a kind of secret door, which he believed to be the right one. And he got to it, and he activated a trap by pressing things, and the room began to fill with sand very, very quickly, and the door behind them was closing in very, very quickly. And so they tried to get through the tunnel out, but there was no way out there, and the sand was filling up among them, and they were starting to kind of be suffocated by the sand falling on their heads. But luckily, Gideon managed to find an escape chute, a little crawl space. He jumped into it, but unfortunately he got stuck. He wasn't well lubed enough. As we all know, whenever entering a crawl space or any kind of tight hole, one must be lubed before entering in. Because in this case, Gideon got stuck, and his friends had to push him through to get through. And of course, with the help of the now zombified Zeggburt, aka Zeggburt, who dropped some eggs on him in order to kind of batter him up a bit and to make him a bit more slippery. You got through to the other room where there was the real son that you were looking for from the puzzle. This skeleton with a black blade who dealt a shit ton of damage to you guys. He teleported around, he fought you guys. Zeggburt came through with the win just after you guys were pretty wounded. A lot of these fights have been very tough thus far. We haven't really had an encounter which has been a breeze, which is really the design of the module itself. Of course, Baron, yes. And you managed to, with Zeggburt's almighty 41 damage turn, take down this skeleton sorcerer. And that is where we ended the last session, after having done this kind of dome here. but they still needed to do some treasure hunting and looting around, as per usual. So that's what we're going to be picking things up again. Shell out for a better Zeggburt so you can make it extreme. So yeah, that's where you guys are at the moment in this room here, having just kind of recovered from that fight. In fact, you still need to recover and take a rest if you want to do that. But before we dive into today's show, what's up, Valkros? Before we dive into today's show, you can see the stuff over the side here where you can interact with the show. We're already on 19 retweets out of 20. So when this tweet hits 20 retweets, you guys get to decide something which happens in the game. It's been a ridiculous week for viewer decisions. They just keep happening over and over and over. Also, if you haven't followed, hit that follow button and join us. We're here 5 nights a week, 10 shows a week, 150 hours every single month, a 24-hour D&D stream every month. I realized that this month is going to be the 13th 24-hour stream, which means a start of a whole new year of 24-hour streams, which is actually rather depressing thinking about it that way. So, yeah, we've got that going for us. You can donate to affect the game. You can give players Nat 1s, Nat 20s, Wild Magic Surges. You can find all the stuff down below. Ways to interact and have a good time. And yeah, so that is that. Also, you should go check out the Domes of Ishaq-Zahur. This is a paid promotion, as per usual, for all the Domes games. So check out the links there. Boom, 20 retweets, goddamn. So you can check out the links there. It helps us out if you go check them out and click on it and support them if you want to, because it's a great little campaign. We're having a great time with this module, and it's only in alpha. The PDF which I have hasn't got all the sexy art ready. I'm just using the bare bones and the maps right here. So I'm imagining what it's going to be like when it actually comes out full release, and I'm very excited. Also, in other news, 2C Gaming, the developers of this game, have been kind enough to grant you guys, oh fuck, I can never spell giveaway, the copy of the Total Party Kill Handbook, which is a nice hardback book with 1,000,001 ways to murder your party in traps and dungeons. So these guys are the masters of traps and dungeons. So go ahead and enter the giveaway if you're interested. And there's a bunch of ways to enter, and we'll draw the winner. I believe next Thursday is when that one will be drawn. Good night, Nix. Thank you for coming along. Appreciate it. Get some sleep. So yeah, other than that though, that's my spiel over, and let's dive into the session itself. We've hit 20 retweets already, which means that, you guessed it guys, you guys get to decide what loot is, which is really one of the most fun parts about this campaign thus far. So, underneath this line here in the chat, can you guys please throw us some ideas as to what loot they might find in this crypt? So it could be something, it could be like a weapon, it could be a potion, it could really be anything. It could be a trap, or a monster. Yeah, you guys decide. I'll throw it into a straw poll myself, and we'll see what happens there. So, let's dive back into things. So you guys literally have just taken down the skeletal creature. Zeggburt has just saved you from it. How do you guys react to finally taking down this boss?
Well done, Zeggburt.
Zeggburt, "Roar!" at you, its insane zombie-fied head squawking at you.
I'm actually more worried about how we're going to get out of here.
That is a good question. I guess we'll take a little rest, and as we do that, we can kind of look around the room.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, you can roll me a quick investigation check, and we can count this as being your short rest as well. Actually, you'll take a long rest, of course. Stick the same sword, nice damage from hard stuff. Cool.
Guidance myself, and still not be as good.
Oh, yeah.
So I got a 16.
Excellent stuff. 16.
The
that's
egg
nice.
puns begin.
And let them rip. So, see, all Zeggburt's calls Wild Magic Surges.
God.
Oh, good lord. So, yeah, I'm in the wrong roll 20 on that one. That's why. So you rolled a 17, and what did you roll, sir?
I just...
Good. I had
18.
18.
Yeah.
18, cool.
I had 16.
Excellent. That is why. Let me go all the way down here. Cool. So, yeah, you search around. There's nothing in this chamber. You see kind of around here. You can see there's nothing kind of laid out on the map. But you do see Dahane. Welcome, Dahane, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. It's weird. You see this guy here. No, you see that by the sarcophagus where the skeleton kind of burst forth from here. It looks like there's something behind it. There's kind of some open marks. You see the glint of treasure.
Well, I will very poorly try to pull the sarcophagus out, not make any headway with it.
Yeah, you're gonna need something, some like tool to open this up probably, like a...
Well, I have a crowbar.
Crowbar would help.
Look at the crowbar.
You're stronger than I am. Give it a shot.
Sure. So, with the crowbar, you don't even need to roll. I mean, it's just going to take you a while to do it. But you kind of start prizing it open together, and after half an hour's or so, like sweaty work, looking to open this, you kind of finally kind of heave it to one side, and there's almighty kind of timber as it falls down and crashes, and you see these chests and sacks before you. And you immediately kind of set to. I mean, you might want to check for traps as per usual.
That would probably be Garrett's job.
Oh, I'll give it a shot. You want perception or investigation?
An investigation check for traps. Let's see.
You know what? I'm gonna blow that auto advantage I got from 2 days ago. I'm gonna take that 24 instead.
Nice. Okay. Good idea. So you check it for traps, and you actually disable a little dart trap that was gonna activate on one of the items, and you manage to disable it, and the others aren't trapped, but this main chest does look like it is. And you open it up. Somewhat cautiously, I imagine. And we've got a lot of got a couple of ties here. I'm gonna go the first two. We'll say for this one. So you see a matching fork and spoon for Gideon's plate at long last. At long last. This has been suggested about 3 times. And in another chest, it's a chest full of potions, all of which are unmarked.
Well,
so the fork and spoon are plainly marked the same way as the plate.
Oh, it's like they're a matching set. You look at it and you're like,
what I've been looking for my whole life.
yeah.
I take the fork and spoon.
Oh, and you take them up, and as you grab them, you realize there's 2 little marks on your plate where they can like be stuck.
Oh, nice. Okay. So I'll take it over to one of are these little slabs or are those pillars?
Those are pillars.
Okay, I will sit down and play with my fork and spoon.
Nice. And thank you to JRC Crawler. JRC Crawler. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Take them to a potion seller. Potion seller. I need only your finest potions. So you start fiddling away with this fork and spoon, and suddenly you see this kind of like puff of blue smoke, just like the one that the Ginny created before, and the plate the plate and the fork and spoon just kind of meld into one and kind of sink into the surface of it like it's hot metal melted, and it begins to form out much larger into a fine set of plate armor, which is just on the floor, resplendent, and looks to be of some magical quality. It's got a little gleam around it.
Well, the chick wasn't lying.
Yes.
He was not lying.
Yeah, I'm gonna take all the potions.
All right. Yeah, all of them are unmarked. So you're not really sure what any of them do, but there are 20.
20. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like I might just slowly start feeding him to Zeggburt. A little bit and see what the reaction is.
Animal testing! Call Peter, please!
I don't think Rocco would have got down with that, but
I don't know, man.
actually, he gotta change his tune about Eggbert.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's
Rocco,
I don't
Rocco's
want
like,
it no more.
yeah, Rocco's like, give it to him, mate.
I'm now vegan.
I'm
It
now
had nothing
vegan.
to do with the chicken.
And I've got a slightly questionable Australian accent. This is Rocco.
Right, so I want to size up this armor. Does it look like it would fit?
No, it's 5 sizes too small. No, it does fit. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna start changing. We'll take off my chainmail and start putting on some plate.
Excellent. Cool, Blue Peter. So, you fit it on, and this is +3 magical plate armor.
Wow.
Yeah, some fucking OP shit right there. Because you waited so long and so patiently, and you were trolled.
And you made it through so many viewer decisions.
You did, yeah.
So many puns.
Yeah.
Made so many puns to get all for
Honestly,
this
the-
moment.
The reward is just for the best puns last episode.
It was an excruciating process.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't
Yeah.
go for quality on my egg puns. I went for quantity.
Yeah, you really did.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you get when you explore a bunch of different domes. You find treasure. That's what happens.
Ted, this isn't gonna help you out, mate. Okay.
I know. Okay. That viewer decision yesterday, I feel, still stands. So
True. Yeah. One of the viewers yesterday read that they all have to make terrible egg puns in every encounter. So yeah, that seems appropriate. So
I'm gonna check the body of the skeleton. See what he has.
yeah, good idea. Excellent idea. So he has this black blade upon him, which looks like it is obviously necrotic in energy, and clearly as you look, I mean, you don't get the exact like traits of the weapon just by looking at it. You'd have to attune to it or somehow identify it. But clearly, a very powerful weapon. This thing dealt, well over 30 or 40 damage in one turn to Rocco. So clearly, pretty bad stuff. He also has a row of beads, necklace-like, which don't appear magical of any kind, but they certainly seem to be of some significance because he wears them around his neck. And generally, with Narthanine culture, things worn on the body to death are important. So the armor itself is just cloth, so it's not magical in any way. He took a lot of damage very easily. He just dealt a lot of damage to you. So that's what you find on the skeleton guy yourself. And you also, looking around the room and the rest of his chest, you find a bunch of small little statues. You found some little monkey statues before. You find some little goat ones as well, which are probably fairly valuable were you to return to Yorvis with them.
if we can ever get out of here.
Right, yeah.
Oh, speaking of which,
Yes.
after I fit myself with this plate armor, I'm gonna continue looking around that little cubby that we found with the treasure chests.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I investigate in there for some
Yeah,
sort
roll me roll an investigation check.
Oh, God. Alright.
14 is not bad. Yeah, you find a similar looking crawl space to the one which you found before. You become an expert at finding these things now. And large enough for a man to kind of just squeeze his way through. Rocco says, "Cool, looks like we could get through there out, mate. With bloody Rocco and bloody Zeggburt."
Yeah, sure. Let's.
I'm going to enjoy this episode, just destroying Claude.
So we've uncovered everything else. Garrett has packed up the statuettes.
Yeah, you pack him up into a big sack, I imagine, over one shoulder. You're like Eddie from The Mummy, where you're trying to get all the treasure away. Big sack. You have to squeeze it through the crawl space behind you or in front of you.
Keeping an eye out for scarabs the whole way.
Precious scarab. No scarabs yet, but you have seen the terrible scarabs back in the back from the mummy room, so you got something to worry about. But for the sake of expedience, this crawl space does in fact start to lead you out and upwards until you arrive outside the dome and just kind of break open a trapdoor, toss a lot of sand off the top of it, kind of sand falls down on your face as it gets some sand out of your mouth. But you're out in the harsh light of daylight, which really like stings your eyes. You know, you've been down here for, you've been down here for at least half a day. So you took a bunch of rests and a bunch of combats as well. So yeah, you've spent some time down here. So it's actually very very bright as you make your way out, and you see the satellite camp. Just off in the middle distance, and it looks like there are some people around the camp at the moment.
All right, so we start making our way to the satellite camp.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yes, you go back, take a rest, and back in the camp is Osmosis Jones, and Osmosis is his leg broken. He says, "Hey, Bruce, what's up?"
I thought Rocco would have taken that.
Yeah, I guess Rocco fist bumps, and they kind of rub their bodies together to spread some eggs. And Osmosis like, "Glad to see that Zeggburt made it, bro." And Zeggburt's like, and also in this camp are your female opposites who are making eggs. They returned to the camp and they are still making eggs. They're like, "Anyone want some eggs?"
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take some eggs.
Yeah, me too.
Just how we like them.
You know how we like them.
And the eggs are an excellent source of protein after the fights which you've been in. It is at this point getting quite dark, and it's getting quite cold in the desert. So there are tents around here if you want to spend the night here and then go out again to the main camp to return to Yorvis. Whatever you want to do, really. Or you can just press on back to the camp now. I believe it was like a several-hour walk up to the satellite camp. So if you wanted to walk through the desert at night, it would get very cold, but it's totally doable.
I mean,
think we'd be better off resting.
Yeah, I agree.
So I will see if we can. You said there's extra tents, or is this where the barracks were?
This is like the satellite camp, so this is immediately outside the dome, and then the barracks is back at like the main campsite. So, yes, you hole up in a tent for the night.
Sounds good.
All right, so morning comes, eggs are served. You head back to the main camp. Yorvis is in his tent, and he says, good to see you. How fared the expedition in Cladome?
I think we came out pretty good.
You're all still here, so that must be a good sign, right?
Yeah, we came up sunny side up.
Good. Well, tell me all about it, and what you found in there as well.
So the first set of arrow traps that claimed your men were not empty when we came in. We found a shaft which had a number of undead that attacked us throughout the shaft downwards. And we found...
Excellent.
So I'll explain each trap as we go along, so when he investigates it, he's not as surprised as we were.
I'll head you back to Yorvis's tent, back up here. He's like, fascinating. And what did you find inside? Did you find any items?
I will, at this point I'll pull out of the sack there the monkey statues and some goat statues. Yeah,
some goat statues, some monkey statues, some coinage, Narfanin coinage that you found before.
Yeah, and the beads too from around the prince's neck.
Nice.
The great sword that I found, that I'm wielding.
Yeah,
I'm not telling him about the black blade. I'm keeping that one myself.
Okay, sneaky. So Yorvis says, "Wow, fascinating." And here's a look at all these things. He's completely enthralled by them. He's not paying any attention to your hiding the blade or anything in a scabbard. And he looks at, well, of course I'll pay you handsomely for these. It would be excellent for our studies. Let's see here. How is this one is how is 700 gold?
I think that'd be a great sum minus this great sword here. I'm just gonna back over. I'm feeling very territorial about this sword or axe. It was an axe.
It was an axe. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
What do you say?
Let's call it 600 without the axe.
I'm gonna try to persuade him.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna cast, because I can do this with sleight of hand. I'm gonna guidance him stealthily. That's my guidance. That's what it sounds like, apparently. Doesn't matter. You can add a D4 to your 7.
But it's a nat one.
Yeah. He's like, 600 it is then.
I would have thought he would have dropped it more because of the nat one.
I mean, we'll just say that's his final price.
Okay.
Lowest he's ready to go.
Garrett, what do you think? Seems like a tidy sum to me.
I feel like this is the best we're gonna get. I feel like I had an egg pun and I lost it. If I had to make an educated guess on how much this would all be worth, I would say 600 gold sounds about right.
Excellent.
That was a rough one. That one was a stretch.
That was a reacher, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So he's like, 600 it is, and he hands you over the gold, and he says, we of course have recovered the second dome entrance, so whenever you're ready to go exploring there again, then I highly encourage you to go in there and find what else you can find. The further or deeper into these domes we go, the more precious artifacts we are no doubt about to find. So, and he looks very excited.
I'm gonna say to him, do you happen to have anybody or know of anyone in the camp here or the satellite that is good at identifying things?
Oh, Gil will identify anything for you.
Great.
Gil. Yeah, Garrett. Why don't you go talk to Gil?
She speaks very highly of you.
I'm sure she does. I should introduce her to our friends in the satellite camp.
Yes. He's like off looking at his statues, not really paying attention to you. And thank you to Education for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. Or Education, in fact. Welcome to the adventure, my friend, to a gentleman and scholar.
Jarvis, thank you so much for your time. We're going to head over to Gil's tent now. And as we make our way over there, Garrett, isn't Gil good with potions as well?
Yes, I believe. Wait, it was Gil or was it?
Yeah, it was Gil, yeah.
Yeah. Because as we're walking over, I'm going to say maybe we should have picked up on some potions before we went into the cave in the dome in the first place. Might not have been a bad idea.
Well, let's find out what potions you have here. And we can also find out about, what I'm using now.
Yes, your plate armor.
Oh, and the axe.
And the axe, yes.
Yeah,
and
all the things I'm just like, you have no say in. I'm just taking.
Yeah. I will end this sword.
Mine.
And my sword.
There you go. Yeah, you got a sword as well. That's right.
So, we'll go to Gil and try to ask her about all that stuff.
Yeah, so you arrive at Gil's place in a little tent.
Wow.
Down here, girlfriend. Gil is she's at her desk writing. Are you coming too, Gideon?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
cool. No worries, I'm just checking. In case you were leaving into it. Which probably an excellent possibility for Garrett being left alone with Gil again. But Gil is here, fair-haired lady, who is smiles as she turns to see Garrett. Oh, you're back so soon.
Yes, we managed to clear out that dome, so...
Oh, wow, how brave of you.
Yes, I hid a lot. It was very prudent.
You hit it a lot.
I did.
Excellent.
I'd like to point out that I took 0 points of damage that whole dome.
Nice.
The whole time.
I'd like to
Sneaky
point out
bastard.
I probably took over 100.
Over 100 at least.
about 4 of my full character's worth of HP while we were in there. But anyway, yes, I heard that you would be able to identify things, and I know you're good with potions, so I'm going to pull out 20 potion bottles.
She says, okay, well, there's a small fee involved in identification of these things, so for 20 of these, I charge just 100 gold.
Oh, well, in that case, we also have... We're going to start piling stuff on.
Sword, armor.
And if you could start with the armor I'm wearing, this actually takes quite a bit to take off.
You're going to have to take that off for me to identify it.
You just want me to take off my clothes, don't you, Gil? I'm just muttering under my breath as I'm taking things off.
Yeah. So you slowly, seductively...
I can't do the strip music, but...
Oh, I've got it playing, don't worry. I just...
Clasps of plate mail.
throw it on the floor, and Gil's like, oh wow. As she...
Give her a little flex.
Yeah. She takes up your hard steel, and she says, well, give me a little time alone of this, and I'll be sure to identify everything for you.
All right. Garrett, if you
Gary,
wanna
you can stay.
I was gonna say, if Garrett wanted to work out some payment, he's kind of the master of coin, if you will.
No, not really, because you keep taking it from me.
Hasn't worked out too well, but...
I was going to say, you keep taking it from me. I don't know how much of a master of coin I am.
I'll be happy to take whatever payment Garrett deems fit.
Oh, there you go. Garrett, why do you fit in some payment there? And I pat him on the back, close the door on my way out.
And he, like, reaches down in his pocket and has, like, the gold and all the weird oddities and is like, I mean, this is a fairly large tent. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't fit. That's a weird thing to say. Strange man.
Somewhere, sexy jazz music is playing somehow. You're not sure how. Where did that come from? Don't worry about that. So, you're gonna pay up?
Yes, you said 100 gold for the 20 potions. He takes 100 gold out.
Yes, and for the other items, I'm gonna need something more.
Okay, like what? I have more gold. I have oddities that I squirreled away.
I was thinking just a few hours of your time.
Fair enough. I was planning to enter the second dome today, but I don't see any reason why I can't stay for a little while. If anything, I will have to listen to Gideon complain.
Make that the third. And so the scene cuts to black as the two of you are left alone in the tent. A few hours later, Garrett comes back out again, looking shell shocked. He's got a lot of PTSD. And he really needs something to eat and probably a sleep really.
Eggs.
So he really needs some eggs. Well.
Scrambled some eggs.
He's exhausted.
Yeah. I joined for the first time and I already see a six. So Scott Squared, it's ERP for a reason, my friend.
Aww.
He comes back out, and Gil comes out with all the items and the potions. So you might want to make a list of the effects and potions and what they do. So you have 5 healing potions.
Okay.
These are 2d4 healing potions. Pretty minor, but pretty useful in a tough situation. That kind of roleplay. At least you didn't have to roll for foreplay. Scott Squared in this place, it's a safe space. You never have to roll for foreplay.
I rolled a 17 performance just in case anybody questioned it.
Just in case anybody questions, that's 17, the perfect number, the length of the average.
I can't beat it, man. That's it.
It's the length of the average English donger. So you succeed.
Quite a performance.
Yeah. So you got 5 healing potions.
Mm-hmm.
You have 3 potions of invisibility. Could come in handy. You have. So let me go find my list here. I'm going to find my list right here. In the meantime, whilst I'm looking at the potions, the plate is +3, like I said, and if you take a natural 20 attack against you, Gideon, then you deal 5 damage in reaction to the assailant.
Is that once a day thing or just every time?
Every time. So pretty good. Basically, what happens? She shows you that spikes come out of the armor, and these thorns just kind of jut out and attack the assailant for 5 damage. Pretty cool stuff.
So now I'm like a pufferfish.
Now you got like a giant paladin pufferfish. Yeah, I love it. And the blade. Let's find this blade thing here. The black blade is a +2 withering blade, and it deals an extra d6 of necrotic damage every time it attacks, and the wielder recovers that amount of damage in hit points when they deal the necrotic damage. So it's like a vampire, like blood-sucking kind of drain life sort of effect on the the withering blade, which is pretty good. Potions wise, potion seller. You need the strongest potions. You have the 2 potions of strength to make up the other 10, which gain +3 to your strength bonus, and advantage on strength saving throws for the next 10 rounds, or 1 minute. So 2 potions of strength from there. You have 3 potions of greater healing, and these are 2d8 potions of healing. Did I say 3 of those or 2? Let's say 3.
You did 3, yeah.
And so the other 2 to make up the 15, let me go to my page here, are oils. So they're basically just an oil pot, and you throw it over an enemy. If you cast fire on it, then they're going to burn up real good and toasty. And you could even use them for light in the domes as well. So that's pretty handy. Multiple applications for that one there. And then let's see the other 5. What should the other 5 be? We've got some fun tables here. We could always roll.
Oh, we needed poisons for the viewer decision.
Do we need poisons?
Yeah, it was potions and poisons.
Poisons. Let's do it. Let's have the other 5 will be poisons, which when either coated on your blade or drank by a unwitting victim, will constrict the throat if ingested, or if you're going to stab with them, it's going to do the same as like a rogue's bladed dagger, so an extra d6 of poison damage, and they will be poisoned, which means each turn, if they don't save a constitution saving throw, DC 14, then they're going to take an extra d6 of damage every turn. Save ends. So that.
And these look exactly like the healing potions, right?
Of course they do, yeah. They're marked. I mean, none of them are marked, but we'll say that Gil marks them for you after she identifies them. So yeah.
And how about the great axe? And
the great axe she identifies as being cursed. This thing, well, the wielder to use it, well, it's extremely powerful. But it's a +2 great axe. Well, however, comes with a consequence. Slowly, the power of the axe will corrupt the wielder.
So are we speaking with Gil, or just Garrett comes out carrying the stuff?
You'll say you're speaking with Gil. She comes out to explain and identify them for you. And tell you
like, how slowly, Gil?
I'm not entirely sure. The problem is that with each of these artifacts, when it comes to curses, there can be no true way of telling. There's no real baseline. It's just, well, you're either lucky or unlucky. In theory, the process could have already have started.
Is there a way of cleansing this item?
There would be, yes. You'd have to see a cleric about it. Of course, you're somewhat blessed yourself, I can tell, but someone higher in your order would be needed. If you were to travel to Archer Sheen, then you would surely find someone there who could do it. But that would, of course, mean traveling.
Well, thank you, Gil. Yeah,
no, thank you.
I'll get dressed, put my armor back on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very careful with this great axe. Maybe like wrap it in some stuff for now, and just like, I mean, I'll still use it, but I'm gonna be very hesitant about how I handle it now.
Yeah. Okay, so you're wary of the weapon. What about Garrett? What do you do with this black blade?
I'm gonna use it. Is it what? It's a +2, but what kind of damage are we talking?
So it's a long sword, so it would be a D8.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Plus D6 damage. The ability that came with it to destroy half hit points is the skeleton's ability. So the blade itself doesn't have it, unfortunately. And thank you to the Theory of Nothing for following. Welcome to the Avenge, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
I'm gonna look to Gideon and say, well, if you're worried that much about the axe, maybe you could use this sword. This seems something that's more suited for a strong person, not a nimble person.
I thought it was a dex-based sword. I thought you said it was a finesse sword.
So a sword, yeah, it would be strength-based. Yeah. His main stat is dex, so that's what he uses.
So he was skilled with finesse, not the weapon. I was thinking, picturing like a rapier or whatever.
Yeah. He's just a weird bony skeleton dude.
Yeah. So, or Rocco, if Rocco would rather use it.
I mean,
I use two-handed weapons.
You could use it with two hands.
Rocco at this point is kind of rubbing eggs into himself. You know, he's not really paying attention.
Well, yeah, you could use it two-handed. It would do a D10 instead of a D8.
Oh, it is versatile, Will?
Yeah, we'll say it's versatile. Yeah, we'll let you use it.
Okay.
Yeah, because here, I'll hand it to you because it'll do you more good. And you take more damage, so you being able to heal.
Yeah, healing's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I definitely want to stash this great axe, though. So we're in the main camp, yes?
Yeah.
All right, so I will go speak with somebody in the barracks.
Okay.
And, what was his name? Quinn.
Yeah, his name is Quinn. Thank you so much to Modest Mitchell for subscribing. Thanks so much, my friend. Gentlemanly of scholars. I salute you, sir. The second sub to the day, which means, you guys guessed it, viewer decision time. Yeah, don't worry about it, Scott Squared. Feel free to ask us questions. I'm working on a way to always have ways of doing it, but finding out classes and races, but there's some million campaigns going on all the time. So Gideon's playing a paladin, Garrett's playing a rogue, Rocco is a fighter, I believe. But Rocco is
he has barb levels.
Yeah, maybe fighter and some barb levels. But thank you so much, Modest Mitchell. I appreciate that, my friend. Enjoy the emotes. And once they pass my donger, god damn, you're going to use that thing. So, let's see. So you're going to go into the barracks, and his name escapes me. Oh wait, no, I know his name. His name is Quinn.
Yes.
Yes. So Quinn is a. What do you want?
Actually, can we revisionist history? What are we doing with Rocco? Is Rocco going to be hanging out in camp, or is he coming with us?
We're going to say Rocco's going to hang out in camp. I don't want to kill off Claude's character whilst he's away. So
let's do that instead. I want to talk to Rocco.
Sure.
Bro.
Hey, bro.
So we're just gonna have like that bro conversation, like bro, and I hand him an axe.
he takes the axe.
Wrapped up in fabric.
Yeah, he takes it. He's like fist bumps, you know. He's like, I think I'm gonna can't find me. What's his accent? Australian. I'm gonna sit this one out and just hang out with Zeggburt for a bit. Actually, maybe Zeggburt will come with you.
So I'm picturing this in like subtitles as we say bro to each other.
As you say bro, yeah. It's all in the eyes. There's just looks of just like looking each other's in the eyes and just slowly nodding and brotastic looks. And the subtitles read, "Thank you so much for the axe. I am going to remain here in camp. You may take Zeggburt with you."
Bro, which means thank you so much for taking care of this axe and keeping our belongings safe as we go in and explore the second dome.
Bro.
We really appreciate you.
Bro. Which means you're welcome. I love you too.
Bro, you know it.
So, do you want to go speak with Quinn then?
Yeah, I guess we still need to talk to Quinn.
Okay. Whilst we're going to get into that, we do have 2 subs today, which means viewer decision time. So you guys in the chat, please throw together some ideas as to something which happens whilst they're in the camp, right? Something, of course, has to occur whilst they're hanging out here. So feel free to put some ideas into the chat. Maybe something attacks them, maybe something good happens to them. You guys can decide. We'll put together a straw poll. Most popular decision will happen as per usual. And if you haven't followed, we're going to have another one in 3 followers time. So hit that follow button and join us. And keep on letting us know some terrible ideas for these poor characters today. Oh, Gil is pregnant.
Oh, hey.
Man, there's only a few pregnant pauses, suggestions today, in fact. So,
The seed is strong.
the seed is strong with this one. And thank you so much to the Man of Twig for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar, putting us just 2 followers away from another blessed viewer decision. So,
Garrett, you weren't supposed to fertilize the eggs. You were supposed to scramble
You're
them.
supposed to scramble them, Gil. God damn it. Terrible ideas are all I ever have. Yeah.
No, not making a joke like that. Let me go. There was a yoke joke that I was gonna make.
And then you saw the Twitch staff icon, and you're like, "Fuck no."
We're good.
Well, you don't know. Is Fungenue is actually worse than you. He's got even more of a fucking troll. So, I'm gonna get this drop on again. So you're gonna go see Quinn. Quinn's in the guardhouse in the barracks, and let's kind of teleport you over to the barracks over here. So feel free to move your token over here. So Quinn's in here, sweaty guardhouse, bunch of guards kind of lifting, doing guard things, and he's like, "How can I help?" Sorry, how can I help? I went a little bit too husky then.
Quinn, we're looking to go to the next dome. I was hoping that. Have you and your group made any effort into exploring the second dome?
He says, No, we haven't actually been sent in there, so I'm afraid I don't have any information on what's going on. But from what I hear of things, they usually have a similar layout in that you can probably expect a chute to begin with, and possibly the same traps you found in the starting area.
All right, thank you, Quinn.
No
All right,
worries.
so not much else to say to Quinn.
No, bro.
What time of day is it?
I mean, it's the morning, so you guys headed off, so it's probably like 11 a.m. Then you asked Gil to identify, so we'll say like 1 p.m.
Garrett, what do you think? Do you want to start out?
I don't see any reason why not. There's 2 more domes. If they're supposedly similar, I think we could probably,
Yeah. Okay. So Yorvis is very keen to kind of see that you head off. So he's like, so are you ready to go? Or are just you 2 going? Rocco said he's staying behind to something about an egg marathon. I don't know.
I believe that they're training up Ozzy's leg. It's been healed.
Oh right, yes.
He's helping rehab. So he
Got
told
it.
us to watch Zeggburt though, and we're gonna head over to the dome.
Yeah, he keeps saying that he doesn't have a problem, but yeah. You start heading off to the second domage, and it's another couple of hours journey back to the satellite camp through the heat. Zeggburt is of course with you during this, and you come to a second dome, and I'll do some reading. Yay, reading is fun. So yes, you see that before you is another dark corridor, similar to the first dome, which leads down. And there's a big door which you just kind of pry open, belches forth a torrent of this musty, dry air from within into this dark corridor. Matches in size the first dome and in appearance, and there's
worse.
there's a very dim view of this 20-foot ceiling and sloping walls, and there is a square pit occupying the center of this room, 15 feet at a side.
So there is not like the corridor that leads to.
There's a corridor leading further onwards, but there is this immediate kind of pit in the middle of the floor.
Well, if we've learned anything, it's that we need to roll eggs down any corridor.
I mean, tell me about it.
So let's roll some eggs.
Okay.
See where these traps trigger.
So, yeah, you can roll me some. Roll me an egg check. No, you roll a. You've got an Zeggburt for me. Refix, if you got me on Twitter, right? You can DM me the image, or you can just whisper me an Imgur or something like that. So you you roll some eggs down the room, and nothing immediately happens. A few of them like fall into the pit, and you hear them crack down the bottom.
So there's no arrow trap this time.
I mean, maybe not. It's possible that the eggs aren't heavy enough to trigger like the weight if it was weighted, but immediately it doesn't seem that way.
Can you see to the bottom? Is it 60 feet or more?
Oh, we can't actually see into the pit yet.
You're kind of saying
we just opened the doors. Now we're rolling eggs
Yeah.
to try to trigger the arrow trap. The arrow trap doesn't go off.
yeah.
Gideon's very confused.
Hmm.
I look at Garrett. Should I just try to do this one?
I forgot that I bought things when we were. I would have picked up rope at that general thing.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can veto in. In fact,
I have
now
rope.
any equipment that you wanted to buy, good time to say it now. Because if we're in the
10-foot pole.
so yeah, that is some second edition.
It's in the player's handbook actually.
Yeah, of course. It's a hangover from when there used to be a million traps all the fucking time. Hey, Fractured World guys, what's up? How's Brad?
So you have a 10-foot pole.
And I'm gonna hand it to you and say, go with this first.
So
right.
thank you everybody tuning in from the raid from Fractured World. It's great to see you guys, and big love to John Sandman and to Brad as well. If you're new, then we're playing the Domes of Ishaq-Zahur. You can find it here. It's a trap crawler dungeon, and we are third episode in. Clarity Below is playing Gideon, a paladin. Nerd Immersion is playing Garrett, a rogue, and they are all coming in as relic hunters in this ancient Narfanine tomb. Thanks so much, John Sandman, for the host. I'm a big fan of Fractured Worlds. Brad talks about it all the time to me, and I'm like, yeah, do things better, Brad. And he's like, okay, I'll try. And we inevitably end up playing terrible games together, in which Brad plays as rats, a literal rat man, and with Ted from Nerd Immersion as well. That game on a 24-hour stream. And we have a lot of fun along the way. Thank you guys for all the follows, and thanks so much to Elspeth as well. Elspeth is cool. I know who that is. What's up, John Sandman? It's great to finally me on Twitch, my friend. In fact, that means viewer decisions. So one thing which happens on Encounter Roleplay, our channel here, is we have an interactive D&D stream, which means that you guys constantly get to throw in ways to change the game. And so what's happened, we've hit a follower goal of 50 followers today, which means that you guys are going to decide something which happens in the adventure. So they are walking currently down a tunnel in a dome, which is basically a temple filled with traps. And they're about to walk down here, and of course there's a million traps in here. So what you guys are going to do, you're going to throw out some ideas underneath this line that I put in the chat as to something which could happen next. It really could be anything at all. So it could be that suddenly there's pits of snakes attacking them and they have to react to it. It could be that there's a swinging, trap coming in from above, like a battering ram thing coming down to attack them, or it could be the zombies attack. It's really up to you guys. Throw your ideas into the chat. The most popular decision from our straw poll will happen, so carry on and do that. And the whole adventure that we're playing at the moment, as Carrie said in chat, is Domes of Ishaq-Zahur, so we do encourage you to go check it out. We are sponsored to do that, and thank you to everybody for following. I do appreciate it very much, and for the host and the raid. It's great stuff. So
Definitely put mine on the straw poll.
Okay. I'll start getting some ideas. And so I'm gonna be busy doing this one. We're gonna, you know what? We haven't done the previous one, but there's a million people in chat right now, so we're gonna put them together and take the top two decisions. So
Garrett, what are we doing with this long pole? I don't understand. Am I supposed to do a balancing act? What is he? Why did you bring this thing?
Use it to touch the floor for the pressure plates. That way,
We pole vault. We're pole
No,
vaulting.
just tap it.
Tap it.
That way, if it activates, it's 10 feet away from you and it doesn't get you.
You mean like a blind man?
Yes,
But
just
I'm
like
not blind. I can see.
Then you know what? Just walk right in.
Excellent.
This seems like perfect logic to me. I can't see what would go wrong there.
I don't understand. Well, I'm low intelligence. I'm trying to role play so you can have
Yeah.
some time to get your stuff together.
Thanks, man.
Garrett, did you have a good night with Gil? Was your pole this long?
Based on my performance, I'd say, well, I haven't had it in an English accent, but I'd say it was about a 17-inch pole. So, you know.
The 17-inch pole. This pole is much longer than 17.
Yes.
I
So,
thought you said it was 10.
yeah. I mean, numbers are confusing to people. I understand that. But either way, we could use it to tap around like a blind. You could pole vault if you want.
I think that sounds more fun.
You know what? I don't know how high the ceilings are, but I assume you should give it a shot anyway.
I probably will. So
Down, hits the pressure plate, flings up over top of it, pit opens, falls down.
at this point, Garrett's just like, I'm walking in and stepping on the first pressure plate I see. I don't want anything more to do with this. It's turning evil right in front of my eyes.
Good lord. And there's a straw poll, guys. I apologize if I didn't get every single one in. There was like 50 of them, and I'm only one man. So go ahead and vote on it. The most popular decision from that straw poll will happen. If you haven't followed, hit that follow button. Join us. And we're here. Those of you who don't know, just a quick plug for myself. I'm in Canon Roleplay. My name's Will. I'm here 5 nights a week, 10 shows a week. I play D&D all the time. So if you want to tune in and watch a lot of D&D throughout the day and a lot of donger jokes, then as we've just been experiencing with Clarity and Nerd Immersion here, then go ahead. So you're taking your 10-foot pole, and please describe to me in vivid detail what you're doing with it.
I am gently handling Garrett's 10-foot pole.
So let's just take a moment here to. So you take the pole.
I take the whole pole. I take the entire thing.
Every foot of it?
Every foot of it.
Wow.
I take it from Garrett, and I handle it very, very
Carefully? Yeah.
gingerly,
Lovingly.
lovingly, caressingly. I caress the pole. As
Sensually.
I do my best impression of a blind man. I walk
Wow.
in, tap in the pole everywhere I can see. I'll even close my eyes. I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah, yeah. And as you caress this pole and begin to kind of tap it around, you kind of feel the pit as you're kind of working this shaft up and down blindly,
Yes.
but it feels good. And
Just didn't want to make it weird. We like the lights off.
yeah, obviously.
No regrets.
No regrets about this pole.
It's like a
And
piece of wood. I mean, let's
it
not
is it's pretty hard steel. And just like Garrett's fingers that when wet grow rigid like steel, so does this pole. And you
wait. Did Garrett's fingers, when he came out of Gil's tent, come out rigid as steel? Could he not grasp the pole?
it seems like he wasn't able to actually, no.
Here, take this pole.
So you tap around and you see this this pit just begin to kind of fall even further in downwards, and a couple of other pits open up as well. And with your pole, you manage to kind of find out where these pits are and avoid them. So you kind of tap around. You feel fairly confident that you've gotten all of them after a long, hard tapping
hard.
session.
Long and hard.
Very, yeah. You
If
think
we
long
put
and
out
hard
a little
about
more effort, you don't want to leave any stone unturned when you're
God,
working
no.
the pole.
it. Oh no.
So you want to make sure you get flip over all the rocks. You want to get all the rocks off.
Exactly, yeah. You
When you're
want to
working the pole.
flick them off.
So we have triggered all of the traps in this area.
It seems that way. And you see kind of leading down the corridor, there is a chute, similar to the one you've seen before, a black chute, like 20 feet in diameter, leading downwards.
Garrett, do we have any torches in our inventory?
Yes. Let me light a torch here. use this to examine. It's here.
Do you want to drop it?
Yeah, we'll just like drop the torch down the shaft.
Bombs away.
Nice. And 60 feet at the bottom, you see a kind of distant light where the torch is.
Okay, so it's not that deep.
Yeah.
It's just as deep as the other one, Garrett.
Well,
Just
time
as deep
to
as
go
you need it.
exploring.
Is this cavity lined with sarcophaguses again?
It is. Sarcophagi down here, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take the 10-foot pole and start smashing it on each of the sarcophagus, see which one's hollow, see if anything pops out.
Yeah, they all actually appear to be hollow in this area.
But nothing pops out.
Nothing
immediately.
pops out. They don't appear to have creatures inside of them.
Do we have an idea of how we triggered the sarcophaguses last time?
You think your presence might have done it. You didn't feel any like lever kind of being pulled, and then suddenly, you were down there. It seemed that they might have reacted to simply you being there.
I'm going to use my divine sense. I'm going to try to detect living evil. See if any of these fiends or monsters are actually... I can narrow down which sarcophaguses have things in them.
Sure. You tap them through, and in fact, you can spend as much time as you want doing this, but all of them appear to be empty in here. No one was buried here, it seems like. Just their sarcophagi were ready for them.
The sarcophaguses seem empty, Garrett.
All right, well, then I feel like we shouldn't have any issue, but we still should be wary of traps, just in case.
Do we want to use a rope, or...
We do have rope. And
I'll take out my 50-foot rope.
And then, we'll start heading down, I guess. Tied
We'll
off
need-
on something up here.
Well, 50 feet, it's 60-foot shaft, so we'll need to go a few feet down and use one of your pittons.
That's fine. I have some, so we can climb down a little bit. Tap one into the wall there and tie it off.
All right, so I hand the rope to Garrett, and I'm going to start climbing down.
Nice.
Very poorly.
Yes, of course. Punch him in the sarcophagus. So you start to clamber down this chute, and actually take you over to the dome map for this one. If you want to bring your tokens into this area here. Bring it again for you, so drag you over there if you're not already. Towards where this chute is. And another point about domes of Ishaq-Zahur is that all these maps come with it, and all the music that you're listening to come with it as well. So it's pretty neat. Pretty neat little tracks that you'll hear throughout the stream provided by 2C Gaming. So you start working your way down the shaft. You get about 30 feet down when you realize that the torch below you, which you kind of put down there, thrown down already, the torch below you is wobbling slightly, kind of flickering, moving.
The torch below is moving, like wind or like shadows around it?
Like wind, like something has like rolled it a little bit, and then it kind of wobbles a little bit.
Garrett, the torch is moving at the bottom of the pit.
Well, you have dark vision, don't you? Can you see it?
I do. Do I see anything else with my dark vision?
You do. You look down and you peer down, and you think your eyes deceive you for a second, and then suddenly the ropes which you guys are on. You'll never forget me saying "what could they way down the shaft." Record it and say it as your ringtone. The ropes which you are on snap and are severed by something above. And you find yourselves falling down, and Gideon, you realize that something below you is, well, a gelatinous cube which you are falling down towards.
Well, shit.
Okay. Well, it'll soften our landing.
It's true. It's
I
true.
got really nothing else for that.
And as
I do not have feather fall.
yeah, and as this happens, 15 dongers This is the viewer decision. Lifting dongers swing down from the ceiling and smack 'em bloody on the head. Smack 'em
Do they
bloody on
smack
the
us
head.
out of the way of the gelatinous cube?
We'll say that the cube below, and we'll say what severed the ropes are these dongers, these large spears, of course.
So they just kind of knock the pitten out of the wall as they're falling in.
As they're falling down, and they kind of just knock you down, and they kind of hit you graze you on the head as you're going. You're gonna take a, I mean, obviously it's a 1d17 of damage. Could be terrible, could be bad. It's 9 damage from these dongers. They hit you on the head and send you flying down into the abyss onto the back.
Any dodge donger damage?
I'm afraid you can't. There's no stopping donger damage, my friend.
That's fair.
And so you find yourselves.
Donger too strong.
Those donger too strong. You find yourselves in this room here, which I'll bring Sean onto, and then if I find Gideon as well. Where are you? Where are you, Gideon?
I don't dare die.
There we
I
go.
am.
On top of this gelatinous cube, and I feel like a horrible person. Well, good.
You kind of are.
I mean, I'm not gonna say you're not. So you,
So are these like replicas, or is this like flesh and blood?
Oh, this is flesh
Let's
and
get a little.
Yeah,
They're
let me.
mummified.
Let me tell you. Yeah, there are mummified corpses within this ooze. It looks like it's been sucking up over the past hundreds and thousands of years. And this thing is it is huge. It actually lunges up towards you as you're falling down, going to sucker you in amongst the jelly. And it takes up the entire space. It's actually time for us to roll some initiative. Because we're in a bit of a combat here. Where is Zeggburt in all this? You're right! I need to get a Zeggburt token from Refix. Let's see.
I'd like to point out that chat says Zeggburt definitely has featherfall.
That is true. You're not wrong, guys. Zeggburt floats carelessly into the sky. Let me bring in the Zeg.
He doesn't actually fall into the cube though. He probably falls over to like the bare area. He's just like, dude,
what the hell, man? This is
what are you guys doing?
This is the Zeggburt token created courtesy of Refix in the chat. Thank you, my friend. That's awesome. Fan art. So there we go. He dodges all dongers. Zeggburt is the donger. I am the danger. So
So we're covered in dongers getting sucked into a cube of jello.
In the 60-foot shaft.
Yes.
After handling the shaft.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. And then so let me know what you guys got on initiative. So Gideon, what did you roll?
3.
Huzzah! Gideon rolled a 3, as per usual. Not doing too well. Garrett, what did you roll?
14.
14. Excellent. All the dongers in the cube now? Yeah, they are. The cube is gonna go after you on 13, and then we'll have Zeggburt bringing up the rear because he's just floating down.
Bring up the rear.
Taking it up the rear. So I need an animation team. All they would need to do is just vague phallic animations, and we'd probably be fine. I like the comedy.
So a better understanding of this combat scene. We're being sucked into this gelatinous cube, and there are mummies inside of it, or
the mummies aren't alive. The mummies are just corpses that it's eaten up, basically. So, the only thing you actually need to worry about is A, falling into a cube, and B, the cube itself. This would be hilarious interpreted as an animated series. You know, actually, someone approached me and they asked if they could ever turn Encounter Roleplay streams into a comic book, and it's possible that's going to happen in the future. There'll be like comic web series for the show, which would be a lot of fun, because we're getting to a lot of silly shenanigans as we are today. And thank you to Look Here Meow for following. Welcome to the adventure.
Look here, Meow.
Look at Meow. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So, yeah, they are jelly dongers now.
Yeah.
So, going first is Garrett. Garrett, you've been sucked into this cube, and unfortunately for you, you're going to take some damage. So,
I don't like that.
you know what, I didn't think you would, but,
You weren't complaining about Gil last night.
You take 10 damage. And can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I can. I don't want to, but I can.
Well, you're gonna. So, do it.
I'm guessing that's not an attack, right?
It is not. It's like falling and acid damage, basically. So, 17, the perfect number, is just a save. Actually, on that point, before I forget, can Gideon do that as well, seeing as you're falling onto it?
I am saving against what?
You're saving against falling onto this thing and the acid which it has on its kind of body, basically.
Okay, so Constitution?
Constitution saving throw. Nat 20, hell yeah. There's no way this thing is getting you. So you're all good. So it is your turn, Garrett. Let me read you some of the effects of this creature. One of the cool things about gnomes is they have these unique creatures. It's not just an ooze, it's an advanced gelatinous ooze, and it has a bunch of cool things it can do, different effects like this acid stuff which comes off of it. Whilst on your turn, you're kind of stuck in it, and you have disadvantage on the attack against it, because you can't really get a good like swing in on it, whilst you're kind of semi inside the ooze being eaten by acid. So, what is the plan?
Well, let me ask you this then. Well, what are my options realistically?
Number one,
attack with disadvantage, but would I be able to get out of it?
Yeah. So option one is die.
Well, that's. I mean, I feel like that was my option 3, was swimming through it to try to go out the other side.
That was going to be one of my options. Yeah, one of my serious options is you can have a swim out of this thing, taking some acid damage as you do so. But there is, if you're looking on stream, there is a kind of chute leading off here, a tunnel leading off there, which is the tunnel beyond. But you'd have to swim through this creature to get there. You could attack with disadvantage. You could do some kind of spell, or you could try and reach your way out up into the shaft above. But you know this thing can climb, so those are your 3 options. Plus dying, you know.
Gotcha. Well, dying is looking to be a very true option.
It's my recommended.
So let's see. Would I be able to get over there? And still be able to attack, or would that be my whole action to just get off to that side chute?
You'd probably just have to take an action to get off the side here.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna attempt. Fuck it. I'm gonna attempt to attack this thing in ooze nonsense. But because I don't see this ending well for me anyway. I look at it. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna punch this ooze with my iron fingers because I'm in an ooze now, so I can't hold a weapon anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
So I'm gonna like haymaker this thing with my hard as steel fingers.
you wet them first. To clarify, for those who weren't here yesterday, there's a wild magic surge which occurred, which meant that Garrett, whenever his fingers are wet, are hard as steel. So I imagine Garrett kind of puts them in, gets them nice and wet, and then they're hard as steel, and shove them in.
I'm gonna finger this cube so hard.
I was just about to make that joke.
There it is.
All right. So it's a disadvantage, right?
So you're fingering this gelatinous box.
Yes.
That might be pushing the line, isn't it?
Tell me proficiencies here. Well, what am I looking at for a finger?
For a fingering, it's going to be a performance. No, it's going to be a just a strength. This is brutal strength you're going in with right here.
All right. So not proficiency. This is 14. Is it a disadvantage or no?
We'll give this one 2 straight up because you're cold, steely fingers.
So I got a 14. Is that a hit?
14. Let me check for you. 14 is a hit. Yeah, this thing is an armor. I'll give it to you right now. This thing is an armor class of 4.
All right. Well, I do 1 damage, right? Because I'm punching it, or however the punching damage. Or I don't know. What is steel finger? What is steel finger bang attack? What is that?
The worst. We'll say just a 1d8.
All right,
So
and then because I got an ally here, I feel like that counts as a sneak attack.
Sure.
Here we go. The D8
People
6.
say hi, by the way.
Hi.
Sydney's here.
Hit me.
So
15 finger bang damage right to this cube.
Good God. All right, so
you did this, chat. You did this.
I came in here looking for a serious game, and then Rocco showed up, and then we just.
I mean, I want to quote. I have a message quote from Will. This is gonna be kind of a serious game.
Kind of more serious.
I was like, okay, fine. I won't make
say
character
that.
that's Christopher Walken again. I'm gonna be serious,
Yeah.
and then just eggs and finger bang.
I didn't make this happen though.
Don't forget romancing.
Romancing, yeah.
True,
Yeah, of
true.
course.
Romancing the egg.
Yes.
No.
So that is Garrett's turn, and it takes it to the cube's turn. So the cube can do a bunch of things. So it has an engulfing thing it can do. So can Garrett and Gideon both make me dexterity saving throws, please? The cube is going to engulf you. An 11 and an A. Oh boy, both of you are engulfed. And thank you to Global Taunting for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So you become engulfed in this ooze.
In the box.
In a box, yeah. And this cavernous hole just opens up to eat you. And you take this amount of damage, first off, from the bat. So you take 8 damage from it. You are restrained.
Is this an attack?
This is an attack, yes.
Alright, I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
Nice. You let's see here. So you are now restrained. You can't breathe, and each turn you're gonna take acid damage, and you can escape on a strength check, and then move 5 feet away from the cube. So he's got you.
So does that count as the swim out if we make the escape check?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe,
we can swim towards the hallway.
Yeah, you can swim out into that hallway.
All right, so
it
when it's
is
my initiative. I will try that.
It is. He can multi-attack, so he's going to attack one more time. For it's going to be against Garrett for a 10 versus your armor class.
That is a miss.
I suspected as much. So, so Gideon, you can't breathe. You're being engulfed by this cube, which is dealing acid damage to you. What are you doing?
So I took a deep breath before I get engulfed by this acid block thing, and I start swimming towards where we see the corridor through this gelatinous cube. So I would roll athletics, correct?
To break free is a strength check, yeah. So you don't get your athletics bonus. It's just a straight up strength. Nice.
And 15.
A 15. Nice, very nice. So you break free and you spill out into the tunnel here. We're going to move all these tokens over to this part here. So you can move 5 feet out, so you are exactly here at this point. So yeah, that is Gideon's turn. Unless you want to use any more move action.
I will curse this thing.
So you've used your action to break free. So unless it's a bonus, if it's a bonus action, you can do it.
It is a bonus action.
Yeah, you can do it.
These attacks weren't really based on anything, though. There were saves. What was the attack?
So yeah, it says to break free is an action to break free. So you can. Oh yeah, these attacks.
What sort of attack that he made on Garrett?
He is strength based, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna hex him on strength rolls.
Cool. So that is good. It is Zeggburt's turn, and of course, Zeggburt is a badass, and he's going to come in with his new special token to attack for 25, which is a hit. He's adjacent ally, so 10 damage plus a sneak damage. It's 3d6. Because of course he's a rogue. 24 damage from Zeggburt. It's not bad. Not bad at all. He comes in with and starts laying poisonous rotten eggs everywhere. So that is Zeggburt's turn. Top of round 2, it's Garrett's turn. Still on top of the ooze at this point.
Yes. So, and just remind me, I could try to get around this cube, and I would take damage. Correct?
You would take damage, yeah. To kind of move through it, essentially.
All right. Then I tell you what. Since I have my cunning action, I wanna drink one of these healing potions as a bonus action.
So the kind of minor heal, the 2d4 or the 2d8.
We're going 2d8.
All right.
So I also was the one who carried all these, so I'm gonna take my 9.
9. Yeah.
Health. Take that, and then I'm going finger deep on this one.
Oh dear.
Right in. Right.
Oh
back.
my god! You dive into the core of the cube.
Yeah, I'm attacking him. We're getting him again.
Hello. All right. So you're gonna get him. So
It's just I have 0 strength, so it is just a d20.
Okay, give me that thing, and you're gonna take some damage as you kind of dive into this creature as well.
6.
6 is a hit.
Holy shit!
It's got an AC of 4 cubes. you like can't miss. It's made out of jelly.
For 14 finger damage.
Ah, perfect. What's up, Lai? How's it going? 14 finger damage. Very nice. Cool.
And then I was gonna take some damage. You said.
Yes, indeed. You take 28 damage as you dive inside this creature.
I am unconscious in the creature right now.
See, you get about this far, so Gideon is able to. He'll be able to pull you out with any luck. And yeah, you. However, you are unconscious at this point. So up to his elbows in cube. So that is Garrett's turn. It's the cube's turn. Having taken down him, he's going to attempt to move into this space and engulf Gideon. So Gideon, can you roll me a strength check, please?
20.
A 20 is a save, so he doesn't manage to engulf you, he managed to jump out of the way, but he's going to make an attack against you. A 14 versus your armor class, and a 19.
No.
Nice. Yeah, that new armor coming into effect there. So, he is, however, on top of Garrett at this point, which is bad news for him.
Do I step back, or how did that work?
Yeah, you're going to take a step back. He occupies spaces, which means that you get displaced from them, unless you want to take damage from.
No, thank you.
All right, totally up to you. So it's Gideon's turn.
All right, I'm going to try to save Garrett by killing this cube.
Nice.
Only way I know how.
I like your best defense is a good offense.
I am going to slash downward at the cube, trying to cut out a space for Garrett. Just try to chop this thing up, I guess.
Yeah.
This is not actually an axe. We will roll an 18 to hit.
An 18 is a hit. Anything
well.
over 4, or equal to 4.
Two-handed. My strength is it's there.
See what you
And I'm going to be using a divine smite.
Excellent stuff.
The weapon damage, which I get to re-roll.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that whatever. And
Nice.
then 3d8s for this thing, and then 2d6s for.
Oh my god, all of the math is happening.
And I re-roll one of those. All right, let me do this. 6, 12, 12, 19, 25, 29, 31, 35.
35 damage.
And I heal for 12. Because it's necrotic. 12 necrotic.
Nice, nice. The Domes videos will be uploaded to YouTube, PJ, yes. I'm going to do them all in kind of one batch this week to throw them all up, put them in order. But yeah, you can check them out on our YouTube there. So, nice. Pretty good turn there from Gideon, slaying. Zeggburt, unless you got anything else you want to do?
No, that'd be it.
Alright, Zeggburt is going to come in at 25 again. God damn it, Zeggburt, you're the best. 5 damage plus the 3d6 is a total of 17, the perfect amount of damage into the cube, just kind of eating away at the jello of this acidic ooze right here, and taking it to round 3. Garrett, you're unconscious. Roll me a death saving throw, please.
Saving throw. Here we go. 14.
Alright, PJ, that's a save. That is a save. So You are. It's Cube's turn, so you're actually in the cube's space and inside the cube, which means it's kind of burning away acid at you. We're going to count that as a death saving fail for Garrett rather than just like killing you straight out with rolling 66 damage.
Thank you, Corneria, in the chat. Axe gets 35, Fingerbang gets mid 20. Who needs it?
Right? Yeah. You're doing all right with the fingers there, guys. That's a lesson for you all. I don't know. That is Garrett's turn, and then since the cube is going to try and engulf you again. So dexterity saving throw from Gideon before the 2 attacks come in.
I hit strength, sorry.
That's alright. So 13, let me check. I think that might be dead on the DC. It is, so you just save. And he's going to bring in his multi-attacks oozing into you for the 17, which isn't going to be a hit. So, let's take that to Gideon's turn.
Alright, we will do some more of the attackings.
Alright then.
11.
Zeggburt's OP as fuck.
All of the complex damage rolls.
You basically don't need to roll for damage. If you have anything higher than 4, if you have a +3 to your roll, I guess you could roll on that one. That's true, and you could roll in that 20. So I guess it's worth rolling. Okay.
Well, I hit. I rolled for 11 to hit.
Excellent.
I'm saying damage.
Yeah. So let me know about damage.
You can't botch damage. Okay.
No.
1d4, 2d6. I'm not smiting.
No smiting today.
I get to roll 1d6.
Yeah, trying to let. Oh,
8, 15. 15.
Alright, 15 to the use. Oops, I'm moving back in again. You feel it wobble. You feel it wibble and wobble. Like a jelly on a plate. And it's Zeggburt's turn. Zeggburt comes in for a carry, as always. Rolling 24. Got that. Zeggburt literally has not rolled anything lower than a 20 this entire game. And he's made several attacks. He does 9 damage plus 12. He does 21 damage to this creature. God damn it, Zeggburt, you're the best. Garrett, time for a death saving throw.
Alrighty, here we
So
go.
We're coming into round 4. Gideon no longer squishy.
12, that's another success.
12 is a success, that's pretty good, but you do get 1 fail from staying.
1 and 1, folks. Next roll is the decider.
You're in 2 and 2.
2 and 2 rather, sorry, yeah.
And it's Cube's turn once again. Let's see what else it can do. It's got some cool abilities it can play with here. So, love that thing. So, it's going to attack Zeggburt. You know what?
No, Zeggy.
Fuck Zeggburt. He's going down. So, Zeggburt takes a
natural 1. Zeggy.
And an 11, which isn't a hit against Zeggburt, who's OP as fuck. So we can't attack him, but Zeggburt is going to make a dexterity saving throw to be not engulfed by the creature. He rolls a 19 and saves. This cube is having such a bad day right now. It's Gideon's turn.
Attack!
Dear Lord. So, let's see. That's a hit. And then 11, 4, 15. Damn.
6, 17.
17. That sounds like maths. So you deal a perfect amount of damage to the cube. He's looking pretty wibbly. A little bit wobbly as well. As there's kind of acidy jello all over the shop. It's looking pretty grim right now for the ooze. But it's Zeggburt's turn. Zeggburt's coming in hot with a carry for a 12, which is a hit. And he deals 11 plus 3d6 plus 6 damage. He deals 17 damage to the ooze. Not quite enough. He could have done it, but the cock is having none of it. And the cock is fighting back at this point. So, it's not easy being a cube. You feel me, man, puppy. You feel me. Garrett.
Alright, folks.
It's time for it. It's time to whip it out right here.
10 and above, I live.
Yeah.
9 below, I am dead.
Yeah.
11.
Oh! That is brave. That is heroism right there. 3 successes, 2 failures. Well played to you, sir. Cube's going to attack Zeggy because he's having better luck attacking Zeggburt for a 9 and an 8. Why do I say these things before I roll? I don't. Zeggburt's going to try not to get engulfed. Zeggburt rolls a nat 1 and is engulfed by the cube.
Zombie Zeggburt. Oh no.
Oh dear lord. He's going to take some damage from this thing for immediately being engulfed. Takes 2d6 on the creature, takes 4, and then if he's still engulfed next turn, he's going to take a shit ton of damage.
So in the interest of Gideon being evil, does Garrett fall back into death saving throws because he's still in the cube?
I mean, we're gonna say that he saved it, so otherwise there'd be no point in him rolling. But yeah,
Yeah, that's also true.
Normally, if you're playing this like hard and fast by the rules, then yeah, Garrett would probably be dead here. But it's a show. The show must go on, and Garrett did succeed in 3 saving throws. So that is the cube's turn. It's Gideon's turn.
I just rolled an attack.
Good stuff.
Trying to do this quicker.
Yeah. 5 damage plus.
I'm gonna smite as well. All right, so I gotta re-roll 2d8s. I gotta re-roll a d6. I gotta re-roll the d10. Oh god. Oh, the maths.
Oh no.
4, 8, 13. I'm sorry, 4, 8, 17.
Oh boy.
17, 23, 26 plus 4 is 30.
Nice.
30 damage.
Nice stuff. So, yeah, you deal 30 damage to the creatures, and you are
I will
successful
offend you.
in smiting this. So tell us, how do you smite the creature?
I take the black bladed longsword and high above my head and slash downwards, trying to cut a path through this jello monster. It sparkles and crackles with both dark and light energy. Both fume.
Hello.
And
Conflicting.
the outcome is Will.
Yes, you burst this jello creature apart, and Garrett comes sliding out covered in this jello, and Egbert does too, with a he comes in, and Garrett looks like he's stable but kind of unconscious, and Zeggburt is there kind of like pecking at his face, and the ooze just falls apart into splinters of gelatinous ooze.
Bro.
Looks bro.
All right, so is Garrett awake?
No, I'm on.
Garrett can roll me a d4, but you can probably just heal him awake.
I'm just gonna give him a point of health.
All right.
Nice.
Put my hand on his chest and just kind of push down on him, and he spews forth this. You've been slimed, bro.
I'm trying to wipe my face, but I can't move my fingers, so it's like,
You're kind of rubbing it in.
yeah, kind of.
I've never done this before.
Oh,
Yeah.
honestly, this never happens.
I'm gonna try to like reach down to my belt and like, like a healing potion like this, because I
Yeah.
can't grab it with my fingers.
All right, so while he's tending to himself, I kind of take a look around the area, Will.
Sure. So you have a look down this this corridor here, and there is a ledge up above here, which has a lever, which looks like you can kind of winch it up, and there's a portcullis immediately in front of you, some feet away, which leads into a corridor which looks down into. It kind of looks like it branches off to the right and to the left. You can't see any further than that. So you see down this long, dark corridor. You probably grab up your torch, which you've previously
Also,
threw down here.
I want to grab that 10-foot pole as well and just kind of tap around. Anything fall or shoot me.
Wait, you want to have a tap around where, sorry?
I'm gonna tap around with the 10-foot pole, make
Sure.
sure there's no traps on the ground.
Yeah, roll me a perception check with the polling here.
Okay, the pole.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's not very good, bro.
Let me go back into my jukebox.
That's
there.
an 8.
That's an A. You trigger a pitfall opens. Let me find a token for a pitfall.
Oh, awesome.
Which opens just before. Let's say. Let's use this one. That's kind of cool. Just here, which opens up.
Okay, so I don't fall into it. I've triggered it with
You
my...
triggered it with your pole, yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, so the rest of the area seems very safe. We can take a rest.
Seems clear if you want to take a rest. Seems like a good point, yeah.
Okay, so we'll hunker down for a short and/or extended rest.
Nice.
Call. And I'll tend my bro Garrett back to health.
Of course. So you guys want to take a short or a long rest?
I mean, I'd be fine with the short, but I don't know if you need spells back for smites and
No,
stuff.
I have smites are actually on shorts because I'm warlock.
There you go. So,
Yeah.
On long.
so short would be fine. I can roll hit dice.
I can go 2 or 3 encounters with no rest.
Okay, yeah. So I'll do well. We can do a short away. I'll just roll hit dice.
Okay, cool.
So we'll take a rest, and I know 9
Yeah.
Nice.
o'clock.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Seems like a good point to wrap up. I know we're wrapping up an hour earlier today, guys, than we did previous days, but I have to run off and do some things. Unfortunately, these things are unavoidable sometimes in life. We must do things other than D&D. However, I'll be making up for this hour missed. I'm going to be doing a prep hour next week of Domes of Ishaq-Zahur, and I'm going to show you guys the behind-the-scenes exclusives that we haven't seen yet. And as well as that, on Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be continuing on this campaign of the Domes of Ishaq-Zahur, so at the same time. So don't worry, we've got to wrap up a little bit early here. We have been going 2 hours than we usually do anyway. And we've got that extra hour of prep happening on Wednesday. Wednesday at 1 p.m. that'll be happening. And then Wednesday at 7 and Thursday at 7 we'll be playing through Domes with some of the cast and some new folks coming along as well to spice up the adventure. So thank you so much for watching this, guys. Thank you everybody who joined in, followed, threw in an idea for a viewer decision. It was a great lot of fun. And thank you once again to John Sandman for the host and for all you guys for tuning in and coming over from Fractured Worlds. I myself will be catching up on Fractured Worlds later on in the week. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's show and you want to see more, all you got to do is hit that follow button and join us. We are here 5 nights a week, 10 shows a week, 150 hours of D&D every single month, and this month's even more amount of Dome shows that we're doing. So, yeah, join in the fun, join in the adventure, and follow us if you haven't already. Also, here's all of our social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. All of our videos go up to YouTube, so if you miss any, then you can watch them there. We've also got a website for D&D news, RPG stuffs. And yeah, other than that, let's go thank our wonderful cast members for today and shout out, plug what they do. So let's start off with the clarity here.
Hey guys, I'm Clarity GGTV. I do the things on the internet, specifically on Twitch. I'm a full-time caster here on Twitch. We do a variety cast. We also have a tabletop stream that happens every Tuesday. We're looking to expand that into other games, so keep tuned on that. You can follow me at twitch.tv/clarityggtv. I'm also on almost every form of social media as clarityggtv, so check me out on Twitter. That's what I use most. We also have, I was going to prop the Discord, but we'll leave that alone.
Feel free to.
I want to take a second to thank Will for having me on. It's been fun as always. I can't wait for next week.
Yeah.
And thank you for 2C Games for allowing us to play their Kickstarter campaign, Domes of Ishaq-Zahur.
Indeed, Once again, there is our link for you guys to go check it out. Let's help them reach their goal on Kickstarter. And yeah, that will be a lot of fun to see this get released fully. And let's go down to Nerd Immersion.
Yes. Hi guys, I'm Ted from Nerd Immersion. I also do things on the internet. Social media is at Nerd Immersion. I do multiple videos on my YouTube channel, DM Guild stuff, Kickstarter stuff. I do a weekly recap of all news Dungeons and Dragons because there's a lot of stuff that comes out that people aren't aware of. I do a weekly stream every Tuesday night where we play D&D. It's the Forgotten Realms, but really not, because a lot of weird shit happens that makes no sense.
I know that feeling.
I know you know. 24-hour stream for Extra Life on the 17th of this month, gathering players as we speak. And again, thanks to both of you guys for being here along with me as we went through this weird adventure. I just want to point out, guys, if you can get 2C Games to 26K, they're going to have in-game professionally voice-acted narrations for the parts that Will was reading.
Yeah.
So like rather than having like there's going to be if they expand the campaign to bridge gaps between campaigns and like modules, professionally voice acted. How cool is that?
That's super fucking cool. I'm very excited for that campaign and all the stuff that is going on with that. You can see all the different stretch goals and rewards and stuff like that. And one final shout out to the giveaway which we're doing at the moment for not only Storm King's Thunder hardback copy, but also the Total Party Kill Handbook from 2C Gaming, courtesy of those guys. Very generous to give you guys that. So yeah, you can go check out those competitions there. And my week of streaming is over. I stream from Sunday till Thursday every day, so I get a couple of days off. And I'll be back on Sunday at 1 PM Eastern for some Open Legend. So I'll be back starting on Sunday for another full week of D&D and streaming. So until then, go check out some YouTube videos. I'll be uploading a bunch from the week that I haven't got to yet. And you can follow me on the Twitters if you want to keep up with what I get up to over the next few days. So other than that, time for us to head off. And thank you for watching Counter Roleplay. No shades. And until next time, try not to roll too many nat ones because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody.
Hey.
Night.